But let's come back to the studio now. We have joining us a certified health coach who is, her name is Ezeaha Bolaji Olojo. Did I try with Ezeaha?
You tried. I'll give you like a 9 over 10, which is really good.
Thank you.
I'm feeling rather generous this morning.
Okay, it's good. It's good to be generous. We're happy to have you. We're talking about the gift of wellness.
Such a gift, wellness, because there are options. We can gift sickness or we can gift wellness. What would you rather you're gifted?
Of course, you know my answer.
Of course, wellness. So whether we're talking of children or adults, especially as we're going into a celebratory season. Christmas is coming. We're really excited about it. So we're going to be showing our love. We're going to be giving gifts. And I'm really shouting about this message, that as we give gifts, let us perpetuate wellness. In addition to the fun and everything, that as we're showing love, let's take a moment and think, am I gifting wellness or am I gifting sickness? Because the truth is, there's a pandemic out there. The hospitals are flooded. The international bodies are making noise. Everybody, in fact, I was trying to check the statistics because I like to check, I like to be up to date. And it gets worse. In fact, let's just say it gets worse.
The statistics of what particular one?
So the statistics of diet-related health challenges. So we're talking of heart conditions, we're talking of obesity, which is not just about size. It's actually a health condition. It's actually a sickness. You know, we're talking about cardiovascular diseases, all of that. Especially for children, it keeps rising. So I'm saying now that when we give people gifts, as we go into this season of joy and celebration, it doesn't end here. How about we change the culture of constantly, you know how we just have hampers and all kinds of things are inside. And every time we give gifts, we're actually expressing love. So now I'm saying, bring a bit more mindfulness to the love and say, okay, if I have a hamper, how can I put wellness into the hamper? If I'm visiting family with children, instead of what most people would normally do, we would go to, the aisle of the supermarket that has all the sugary biscuits and drinks and all the things. That's what we do because we think it's love. But I'm saying now, let's rethink it. Think wellness. How can I gift wellness? And once we get ourselves to that mindset, you start to see a world of other alternatives. Because sometimes we think that's all we have. Like, I have to show love in this way, but there are other ways to show love, and that's really what I'm championing in this season.
I want you to break it down a bit. So you don't want to go down the aisle with all the sugary stuff or stuff you're going to put in this your beautiful hamper. So what aisles are you going to go down? What kind of things are you going to put in this hamper?
Okay, so now I'll talk about children, then I'll talk about adults.
Yeah.
So for children, you want to think play.
Okay.
We want to think play.
Toys.
Because yes, when we give gifts of probably junk food and unhealthy stuff, it happens and then it's over. In quote, we think it's over. They eat it and that's it. But the body doesn't forget. The body keeps the score. And when we just think, oh, it's just this auntie, it's just this uncle, it's just this friend, the truth is that it can compound quickly. However, if we're thinking stuff like play, what do kids want to play with? So you want to go down the play aisle and get them something. And then it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be one significant, memorable gift that they'll be thinking about and using and enjoying months later. You also want to think educational play too, because there's the play that is, like go outside, play, things they can move around and jump. I mean, kids love to. We don't have the privilege of having a lot of kids outside these days, but there are moms like myself who are insisting that no, our kids must still go outside. They're not going to just be with a screen all through. So what would take them outside? When you go into that supermarket with a changed mindset, you then start to see the things that take them outside. Then think in terms of educational play too, because yes, you could give books, the real educational stuff, but there's educational play where you're thinking games that cause them to think. I mean, kids, when we're growing up, we would play things like Scrabble, Ludo, all the things that even bring families together. And if Christmas is a season, and not just Christmas, generally, family time is important these days. I mean, if we're going to get the love within the family, let's get it. So if we get all the gifts that cause them to play together, Scrabble, Ludo, darts, Jenga, there's so many games, but sometimes we're just thinking, I just want to get them this biscuit and this chocolate, and that's what makes them happy. But no. So if we're now talking about adults, Come on, we can even choose to ask the adults, how can I gift you something? We can't just go with this is hamper. You know, this is what we do at Christmas, we give hampers. If I want to look at Lady Alera, for example, if she's my friend, someone I relate with, I can tell what she needs at Christmas. Or Christmas or her birthday, because we're talking gifts. And I can look at her and be like, Lady Alera loves to wear her glasses, and maybe we can get something else that we think we should enjoy in that. And I can look at you and I'll say, okay, I love this dress on her. Can I get a tailor to do something like this for her? Do you see, I'm giving you something that would stay with you for a long time without harming your body. Because it's quite becoming a pandemic where every time we think of gifts, we're thinking food, but we're not even thinking the healthy stuff. And now,
is there a way we can balance this?
Okay, what does balance mean?
Okay, so we're not just focusing on all of those things that you mentioned. We just want to spice things up with, because whether you like it or not, when it's festive season, we like to let our hairs down and, you know, just relax and sometimes indulge.
So yes, because yes, you can balance it. But my point is, every one of us, I don't know that everybody is thinking balance when they're giving you a gift. You know, this person is giving, this person is giving, this person is giving. The onus now, it's on you to decide that, okay, this is where it stops. Like, I'm not going to, so if, for example, people are gifting my kids, stuff like that, I can put the brakes in and say, okay, because that auntie doesn't know what this auntie has given, and this auntie doesn't know what that uncle has given, and this friend doesn't know. So we can think, oh, this person is thinking balance. They're not all thinking. So before you know it, it's a pandemic in your home. It's like, boom, all of these are in your home. So I'm even saying we can go a step further and have a conversation with aunties and say, hey, my kid would love this. If you're thinking of giving my kids gifts, they would love this. And even when you're giving food gifts, because I believe food gifts are important, think of food, you know, like real food. Real food. So I don't even want to call it real food.
Nourishment.
Thank you. Think nourishment. So, okay, now we talk about how fruits are really expensive. So think about maybe like berries, strawberries. Those things are boom, boom, boom.
Please don't use that, because we don't grow them here, please.
Oh, we grow them in the north.
Strawberries?
Yes, we have them in the north. Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen any Nigerian grown strawberries.
From Jos. So there are some fruits that are quite exotic, they're expensive. But I think that we sometimes bring the expensive mindset to fruits, but we don't mind paying that much for a biscuit. Because also, these biscuits have become more expensive.
Yes.
With the dollar.
Yes,
everything has become, but we just think, this apple I used to buy 100 naira, why is it now 500 naira?
Yes.
But we don't have those conversations when we look at the biscuit that used to be 1,500 and it has become 5,000 naira. So what I'm saying, I'm actually not just a health coach, I'm a health mindset coach. And it's my goal to change the way we think about things. So if we're having these conversations, continually having these conversations, people's mindsets are shifting. But there are people who would still bring us those things because we just believe that's what we do. So because we're having these conversations, we believe that there'll be less of that. But even when they come into your home, however they do, the onus is on you to decide that we're not going to be, just because it came to us as a gift, we're not going to finish everything. You know, yeah, that's what I'll say. That's the balance.
I think we'll have to leave it here for today. I'm sure it's a continued conversation. We need to balance things. We need to think wellness at every point, just so that it becomes a lifestyle and something that we imbibe all the time. Thank you so much, health coach Eziaha Bolaji Olojo. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Enjoy. Thank you.
And so we'll go on another break, and by the time we're back, it will be the home stretch. We have the legendary in the house. Stay with us.